An Islamabad-based think tank has warned that India's new normal military doctrine is a destabilizing force when it comes to nuclear-armed South Asia, saying New Delhi's posture risks triggering a serious escalation in any future crisis. According to Kashmir Media Service, the assessment from the Centre for International Strategic Studies (CISS) came during a dialogue with Australian scholars and the officials. The research institute said in a media statement. Delegates from the CISS argued that India's narrative of a new normal aims to normalize escalatory actions and justify unilateral military strikes under the guise of counter-terrorism. The doctrine, central to India's policy since 2019, further indicates that India will not be constrained by Pakistan's nuclear deterrent, a stance that directly challenges the region's long-standing nuclear balance, according to CISS assessment. Pakistani scholars at the dialogue questions India's logic of blaming Pakistan for every violent incident while facing more than 24 freedom movements on its own territory. Using such claims as a pretext for military strikes undermines crisis stability, they maintained. The delegation said Pakistan's true new normal full-spectrum deterrence continues to restrain India. They noted that Pakistan would be prepared to deliver a quid pro quo plus response to any future Indian military action, as it did during a confrontation in May 2025. CISS also contended that Western support for India military modernization is based on a very flawed assumption that New Delhi will serve mainly as a counterweight to China. The think tank argued India's enhanced capabilities remain largely directed toward Pakistan. Australian experts, in turn, outlined their country's rationale for joining alliances like AUKUS and the Quad. The Australian delegation stressed that AUKUS is a trilateral partnership and there is no plans for expansion, while policy debates occasionally reference possible future members such as Norway, South Korea, Canada or India. They said such prospects remain limited. They also emphasized that the alliances adheres to non-proliferation standards fully aligned with IAEA safeguards.